What's up, everybody? This is Zips once again from Total Gaming Network and CS Nation, and today we are going to take a brief look at the Payday 2 beta. The beta is out for a few more days. The final game comes out on the 13th, so, this week sometime. It's really not that expensive. There's a couple different versions of it. One is a little bit cheaper, and, you just get the basic game, really. You do get some pre-order bonuses, too. And then there's a more expensive version where you get some more in-game bonuses, and there's even a 4-pack. I think there's a 4-pack. So, you have different choices. I'm going to link it in the description below so you can check that out when you get a moment. But I just wanted to give you a brief look at this game. I know Overkill recently released a video where they're showing off the bank heist, which is in the beta, and my friends and I have done, the bank heist multiple times, and I'm not going to show it in this video because you've seen it already. But there's other stuff like, a jewelry store robbery or a 4 stores outdoor shopping center type deal, which has different safes and everything, and there's also a nightclub. And there's a couple longer scenarios that actually span over a couple of days in-game. So those are all pretty neat. It's really hard to show off everything without making a seriously, stupidly long video, because the recorded footage I have for this is over an hour and 22 minutes long, and we didn't even do every scenario. We just played because we were having fun. But this game, if you don't know it yet, you play as one of 4 robbers, armed robbers. And you're pulling off all these big heists, in the style of like Heat or whatever. And you're just in it to make money, for the most part. You're working for this guy named Bane, not from Batman. I know there's, people, whatever. Moving on. You work for a guy named Bane. He sets up all this stuff for you. You have planning stages, kind of, before each mission. You can select your equipment, you select your perks, we'll get back to that in a moment. And you can even buy some bonuses so that you have some inside information like blueprints or ammo bags that are already there, or medical bags that are already there, or various stuff like that. Your pickup truck that'll be there, right outside the window when you need it to be. So that's all very, very cool. And you go through the missions. You can either do them stealth, which is really, really hard to do, even with the higher level people in your group. It's still very hard to do. You gotta be on the ball. You gotta know what you're doing. Doesn't always work out because there is randomization to each level. There's going to be randomized people locations, guard locations, camera locations, safe locations. You get the idea. So it's not always the same thing. It's not always going to play out the same way, which is great. That's what I love about this game. It's a lot of fun. You're getting a lot of monies. You're getting a lot of gameplay value there for your money, I should say. So you go through these missions, and if you're successful, you get a lot of experience, you get a lot of money, you can spend money on weapons, upgrades, you can spend it on perk upgrades. And that's another thing that I want to talk about, the perk upgrade system. It is a skill tree based system. Every time you level up, you get another skill point. And you invest it into a skill tree. You can pick from one of 4 base classes, or spread your skill points amongst all 4 of them. For the beta, I'd suggest only stick with 1 though, but, just because it's level capped and everything. So you get these skill points, you invest in them, you craft your character to your playstyle, or perhaps to what you and your, core group of buddies needs. You build them up. Such as there's a higher level thing in the beta where I can get guards to surrender so that I don't have to take them out through other means, as the game would have you do. You are fighting against, people in authority here. You're fighting against police and, armed, oh geez, like SWAT people there. I couldn't think of another word. My mind went blank. The skill system, going back to that real quick, it does increase, like you will have to spend money on it in addition to skill points. So if you don't have enough money but you have enough skill points, you'll have to, do a couple more missions before you can afford it. It's a good money sink like that. Again, after each mission too, you get all the skill points and, you level up, blah, blah, blah. But you also get a card. And these cards will either unlock more money for you as a bonus, mask customization options, or weapon parts. So you get weapons through leveling up, and you get weapon attachments through this card system. And just like the skill system, you have to spend money on them, even though you might have unlocked them. You have to spend money to attach them to your weapons. So, again, it's not like you're just sitting on a bunch of money all the time. For the long haul there, you're going to be spending a lot of money. Everything you make, you're going to be spending right back into skill points and attachments, stuff like that. But I just wanted to give you a very brief overview. I didn't want to include all the footage here because, again, it's over an hour long. There's a lot of failing going on. There's a lot of downtime between missions as we set things up. Hopefully what you've seen here is a little bit enticing to you. Payday 2, I really enjoy this beta. I've spent hours in this beta already, and I'll probably spend hours in the final game when it comes out because there's a lot of content they haven't unlocked yet, obviously. I didn't care too much for the first game, to be honest with you. I enjoyed it, but I've already had more enjoyment in this second game, just the beta for the second game, than I ever did in the entirety of the first game. They refined the gameplay, they made it really enjoyable, and it's just a blast. So great job to Overkill. I look forward to the full game this week, and you should too. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can check it out on Steam. And as always, thank you for listening. This has been Zips for TGN and CSN, and we will catch you next time.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah, there's a key. Yeah, Rob, so you got the card. Bring it down here.